I'll be presenting efficacy of combination therapy of Teriparatide and Denosumab and how much difference does it make. So as we all know, spinal osteoporosis is characterized by progressive reduction in bone density, compromised bony microarchitecture, but the main thing is it mainly affects the trabecular bone where the main decrease is then. And regarding the prevalence, if we know the global and local prevalence is very high and it's a immense social burden. So as we know, cortical bone and trabecular bone behave somewhat differently when it comes to the resorption. So cortical bone loss is much higher when it compares to the cortical bone. So trabecular bone, which is relating to compression fractures, pedicle screw loosening, progressive kyphosis and sagittal imbalance, and it is also a source of back pain. These are the scenarios that we see routinely in our clinical practice. So when it comes to the spinal osteoporosis, trabecular bone takes a spotlight. So fortunately for this big problem, now we have solutions in form of pharmacotherapies. So in this teriparatide will be the bone forming agent, and rest of other options will work by the anti-resorptive method. So precisely our aim was to evaluate the efficacy of combination of teriparatide and denosumab treatment in improvement of trabecular bone health, which was measured by QCT parameters. So we retrospectively analyzed 50 patients from 2019 to 2023 and who completed treatment of 18 months of combination therapy, and we measured QCT parameters pre-treatment and post-treatment. So majority of our population group were female belonging to age group of 61 to 70. So results showed a significant improvement in QCT parameters in form of improved T-scores and also improved volumetric bone density in terms of gram per centimeter cube. So why combination therapy? So over a period of past years, vast literature has been published regarding the efficacy of the combination therapy. So main things are synergistic effect, teriparatide being the bone forming agent and denosumab being the anti-resorptive agent. If we give them together, they'll impart synergistic effect and it will give its long lasting effect to prevent the trabecular bone loss and maintaining it for a longer period of time. So these are the trials that prove that combination therapy works, but they all have used markers, bone biomarkers, which includes bone forming markers and bone turnover markers, along with that DEXA BMD to check the response of the therapy in patients. So both of them has some pitfalls because the biomarkers are mainly limited to the research purpose. Also in clinical practice, it is difficult for a general population to get access with the biomarkers. Regarding DEXA BMD, there are already established pitfalls of DEXA, and why I would not do a DEXA scan in my patient to see the response of the therapy. So DEXA it's an aerial measure. It will measure both bones, cortical and trabecular. Along with that, it's mainly measure the posterior elements. And it is affected by so many patient factors like calcified aortic aorta, rib and iliac crest overlap, fat overlap. And the thing is, it has many operator-derived confounding factors. So if the technician doesn't position the patient well, it might also affect the results of the DEXA scans. So regarding the comparability of the T-scores of BMD scanned by DEXA and QCT, so it is well established that T-scores were quite comparable. And along with T-scores, we have also used the gram per centimeter cube, that is volumetric 3D bone density of the trabecular bone. So not only for detecting osteoporosis, but to also check the response of the therapy, why we should use a QCT scan, because it enables us to focus the region of interest, which is the desired one, and the trabecular component in the specific vertebrae. The best part is it is specific for all patients. It is used by a software and it is precise. So it doesn't matter whenever we do the scan, it will be the same region of interest in the same vertebra in the same patient. So we'll get an idea exact effect of the trabecular bone at the same site. Along with that, it's a 3D volumetric measure. It is precise. It does not depend on the patient position, because there is a phantom that is kept under the patient, and patient is screened the same way it has been done with the same protocols with the same scanner. So this shows that significant increase in the T score also and trabecular bone volumetric bone density also. Yes, there are limitations to our study that apart from combination group, we don't have a monotherapy group where we could compare the trabecular bone health. What if we give only teriparatide? What if we give only denosumab? Or we combine with them with the bisphosphonates. So to conclude with it, the combination therapy works by its synergistic effect, its long-lasting anti-resorptive effects, and yes, it should be monitored with the QCT parameters to check the precise trabecular bone improvement. Thank you.